Hello guys, TavHD here and welcome back to another video, and today we'll be taking a look at the Creative Pebble V3, and I would like to thank Creative for sending these out to me for the purpose of this video. And I would also like to say that all opinions are my own. Everything I do say is my own opinion, so you can indeed trust what I say. But thank you to Creative for sending this out along with this power adapter as well. So on the front of this box we can see a picture of the speakers there, as well as the name. This is version 3, so hopefully any problems that there were in the earlier ones, they have now been ironed out for this third generation. And it says it is minimalistic 2.0 USB-C speakers with Bluetooth 5.0, and it also has the features listed here. So Bluetooth 5.0, USB audio, clear dialogue, 16 watts peak power, 45-degree elevated wide sound stage, and a USB-C to USB-A converter. That is helpful for if you do not have a USB-C compatible device. Now there's also some more details on this side, and then on the back basically the same as what was on the front, and it says that there are powerful 2.25-inch full range drivers and passive radiators for enhanced audio experience. So there's some more details here if you would like to read that. And then on the other side is just another picture, and it tells us that in the box you get left and right cable, which is 1.35 meters or 4.43 feet. And the USB-C cable is 1.2 meters, which is 3.9 feet. We also get a quick start guide and the C to A USB adapter. So now we've taken a look at the box, let's open the box and see what we get inside. So I've already cut the tape. Let's open this up and lift out the content. So the first thing is just a piece of cardboard, probably just to help keep everything together in shipping. I can move that off to the side. Then we get what looks to be the instruction manual. I'll put that to the side because we may need that depending how complicated this is. I'm expecting it to be quite easy. I've had Creative products before and had no problems with setup, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. If I zoom out here, you can see the speakers are now coming out of the box, and finally we get the USB-C to A adapter, and that is the box empty. Okay, I have now taken them out of their bubble wrap, and I must say they are actually bigger than I thought, but that is not a problem. These are still fairly small and they should fit in all the places I want to put them. Now, speaking about the appearance, looking at the pictures of it, I was not too sure on the colour scheme, but actually in real life it looks a lot better and I don't mind it at all. So now let's talk about the physical things with these. So we've got a Creative logo on the left speaker. This is the left, this is the right. On the right we've got our volume control, and of course when they're on there is a light which comes on as well. And there's also a button here which has a little Bluetooth logo, so that will, I assume, be how we turn on Bluetooth mode. And on the end of the cable is indeed USB-C, so this connects to your device over USB-C or A if you use the adapter. Okay, so here is the right speaker, and on the back, next to where the cords come out, there is an auxiliary input, so you can use a 3.5mm cable to connect these to your device if you so wish. And on the bottom here we have a switch, and this switch on the bottom lets you choose between high and low gain. For now I will just leave it on the default, but that's something you can change if you so desire. So now what I'm going to do is set it up in all the ways possible, so connected over USB, then Bluetooth, then with the auxiliary cable, which is not included, but you can buy those for about £1 online, so that should not be a problem. So I think to start with we will do the wired method. Okay, so for the wired method I will be using my phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, so I will unlock it, and then all I need to do is plug the USB-C into my phone. Now the good thing about these speakers is they do not require external power when running in wired mode, so it gets all its power just through the USB-C. So now what I need to do is turn on the speakers, As you can see, the green light has come on. Then you can turn that up to whatever volume you like. I'll turn it on just a little bit, and now on my phone, if I go to change volumes, it should be changing the volume that comes out of the speaker. So I'll get up some audio now and we can see how these sound. Okay, so I've just found some music. I've listened for a quick second and I've got something to say. When the volume on the actual speakers is turned up to full, I can hear some static, so a sort of hissing sound. However, I cannot say definitively that that is the speakers yet. It could be my phone. So when I've tested it on a different device, I will overlay whether it's the speakers or just the device. But I found that if you turn the volume down on the speakers a little bit and then have the volume higher on your device, that static goes away. So it isn't really a problem. So I found some copyright-free music. So if I play that now and turn the volume up on my phone, that gets quite loud, and that's only on half volume on the actual speaker. So if I turn that up as well, that does get very loud, however a little bit distorted. And of course we can change the gain on the bottom too. So now I have turned that away from what it was on by default. And now that is what that sounds like. Of course, it's difficult to tell through the camera's microphone, so you really need to hear it in person to know. But that does not sound bad at all. And I think these speakers retail for about £35, and I think, just from listening right now, that seems like a fairly good value. So I'll listen a bit more off camera and then I will come back and then we can look at the other connection methods. Okay, so the next connection method we are going to use is Bluetooth. So we will connect via Bluetooth to my phone and then play audio from that. And for this mode we need to power the speakers. So we use the USB-C. You can plug that into, say, your computer and give it power that way. But Creative kindly sent me this adapter, so this is what we are going to use. Okay, so here is the plug, so I can simply plug the USB-C off the speakers into the C port on the plug. Now if you don't have a plug that has USB-C on it, you can use the included adapter to convert your USB-A plug to C. Now what I'm going to do is plug this into the wall, turn it on, and then we can go from there. Okay, I have now turned on the power to the speakers. I'm going to get my phone ready and go into the Bluetooth settings. Now what I'm going to do is turn the speakers on. As you can see, there is a blue light. I'm now going to look on my phone and straight away, if you can see that, Pebble V3 has come up in available devices. So I will click that, accept, and the speakers made a noise and they are now connected over Bluetooth. So now I'm playing music off my phone and it's coming through the speakers. I can control the volume on my phone and also on the speakers. Just like that. Now these speakers support Bluetooth 5.0, meaning that there is very little latency compared to older versions of Bluetooth. And listening right now, I can't tell a sound difference between playing wired and over Bluetooth, so there doesn't seem to be any compromises of doing it this way. It's just better because there's no wire connecting you to the speakers. So yeah, this method seems to work great. Now just like with the wired method, at loud volumes, so when the volume's all the way up, there is a slight staticky sound, but when music is playing, that is hardly noticeable. And as in the wired mode, if you turn the volume to about halfway, then up the volume on your device, it isn't noticeable at all. So to me, that is not a problem. Now, we're going to have a look at the final connection method, which is with a standard auxiliary cable. Okay, so what I've now done is connect the speakers with the final connection method, which is with an auxiliary cable. So I've plugged one end into the back of the speakers and the other end into this computer, and then I pressed the Bluetooth button to change the modes until a solid cyan light came on, and that now means that it is in auxiliary mode. Now if you press that again, it cycles between USB and Bluetooth, so it is now on the correct mode for this. And of course we can change the volume on the computer or with the dial on the front. Now it's worth mentioning that this cable that I'm using is quite cheap and nasty, and it is creating quite a lot of static. That's the cable, not the speaker. So I'm going to keep the volume at about half and control it on the computer. So now let's start playing a song and see if it works and what it sounds like. I must say, that sounds very good, and of course it can get very, very loud. Okay, so I've just had a quick listen to these connected over auxiliary, and I must say they sound very good. There is hardly any, if any at all, sound difference between any of the three modes, so I think you are good to go no matter which mode you use. And I must say, I am very surprised with these little speakers. They have done a lot better than I thought that they would do, and for the price I don't think you can go wrong. I'm going to spend a little bit more time listening to varied types of music, then I'll come back a little bit later and give you my verdict. Okay, so it's now been a week since that last clip. I've spent a lot of time listening to these speakers, and I have finally come to a conclusion. I think that these speakers are probably the best ones I've ever heard in this price range, about £35. They're definitely a lot better than my Logitech Z200s, I believe they're called. They are completely wired with no wireless functionality at all, and these ones definitely sound better, and I believe they are about the same price, so you get more features here and a better sound. And the build quality is also very good, very, very solid. I've been using them all around the house, carrying them to various places. I've had no problems with them at all, and the wire is also perfectly long enough for every situation I've wanted to use them in. So yeah, I've got absolutely no complaints so far, and the looks on the pictures, as I've already mentioned, I didn't particularly like the colour scheme, but in real life it is much better and they don't look out of place anywhere I've put them so far. I've not come up with a final destination to put these yet, but I may have a rather unusual one in mind which I may make a video about in the future, so that's something to look forward to if that can happen. But I am very, very impressed with these speakers. They get very, very loud and are definitely of a very high quality. I've let a few other people listen to them too, and they've been very amazed by the quality for the price. So I think that that is pretty much it. I've had no problems, and I really do think they are excellent. So I'd like to thank Creative once again for sending these out for this video. I'm very, very happy with them, and also thank you for watching this video. If you've got any questions, please do leave a comment and I will try to answer them all. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.